Hello everyone, welcome to yoga. My name is Taylor and I have a fun little sequence planned for today. As always, if blocks are part of your practice and you help you, definitely go ahead and grab them. Other than that, today we will start pose. So making your way into child's, maybe having the big toes touching, knees nice and wide. And then just allowing yourself to sink down, forehead to the ground, lengthening your arms out in front of you. So trying to keep the arms nice and active, but keeping the shoulders away from the ears. And then just making any little adjustments and wiggles needed to just find that child's. And when you're ready, finding a little bit of stillness. Beginning to let go of the day, whatever you have to do after this practice, what you've accomplished already, and just allowing yourself to be here. Notice any sensations that you're feeling in the body. Maybe noticing how the mind is feeling today. And allow yourself to just drop in. Feeling your belly expand on your inhales. Maybe it begins to touch the thighs and filling up from really deep in the belly all the way up into the chest. And on your exhales, exhaling from the chest back down to the bottom of the belly. Finding that wave-like breath. So the inhales just flow into the exhales. And the exhales flow back into the inhales. Taking your time to find a pattern of breath that you can use through the whole practice. Finding that pattern of breath that allows you to deepen into postures, to find length and depth. So again, one more time together on an inhale, filling up completely. And exhaling out through the mouth, letting it go. And when you're ready, maybe wiggling the fingers or rocking your forehead from side to side. And then slowly beginning to make your way into tabletop whenever you're ready. So in table, wrists and shoulders are aligned, knees and hips. Fingers are spread wide, pressing through the palms and knuckles. The core is already engaged, so you're feeling the belly button go up towards the spine. That is an extension of the spine, so maybe you're gazing a few inches past your fingertips. And I would recommend right off the bat maybe closing the eyes if that feels comfortable for you. And then beginning to start your cat-cow. So inhaling to open up the chest as you draw your belly down towards the ground, maybe lifting your head and back. And exhaling to round at the spine, bringing the head down towards the ground, feeling that space between the shoulders. I'm going through these two motions, making it your own, kind of allowing this to be a freestyle cat-cow. So maybe it would feel nice to gaze behind one shoulder and then the other, kind of feeling those side stretches. Maybe you're really enjoying child's and you want to go back into child's pose. But take a moment to work through these motions. See what feels good. Use the breath. Maybe keep the eyes closed. Focus in on the sensations within. One more rounds of movements with the neck. exaggerating the postures. After your next round of breath, coming back into that neutral tabletop, we'll bring the right hand so it's a bit more into the center, and then we'll lengthen that left leg out behind you, kind of creating a kickstand with the right, so your shin will be parallel to the front of the mat. And then you'll bring the sole of that left foot onto the mat, so we're kind of finding a modified plank. We'll inhale to lift the left arm towards the sky, and then exhale to bring that left arm towards the front of the mat. So it's reaching forward. You might feel that nice side stretch, maybe even seeing how it feels to bring the chest opening even more. So bring the chest towards the sky almost. So you're reaching that arm, the arm is active, your chest is open, you're feeling that nice stretch through the whole side body. Then maybe seeing how it feels to take that left foot off of the mat. You might feel an intense stretch in the hip, but keeping that foot flexed, keeping your arm reaching forward, breathing here, core engaged. Inhaling to find a bit more length. An option to exhale to bring the elbow and knee towards each other. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bend. Finding a focal point if you need that little extra focus for your balance. Inhaling to lengthen, going with your own breath. Exhale, bend. Couple more times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to lengthen, staying here. Slowly releasing that foot onto the mat, hand back onto the mat, and coming into your neutral tabletop once again. Maybe a nice round of cat-cow just to work it all out. And then when you're ready, we'll begin on the other side. So the left hand. We'll reach that right leg out behind, kickstanding the left foot, so shin parallel to the front of the mat. And when you're ready, inhaling the right arm to the sky, and exhale to reach that right arm forward. So finding that side stretch, maybe finding a bit of lift in the hips, and then checking in to see how it feels to maybe open the chest towards the sky. Finding your edge, finding where it feels good for you. You can bring your gaze towards the sky or keep it towards the ground. Nice round of breath here. Ready. Lifting that right foot off of the mat. Keeping that foot flexed. Keeping your arm active. Stay here. Or inhale to lengthen a bit more. Exhale to bend elbow and knee towards each other. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale. With your own breath, inhaling to lengthen. Exhale to bend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, staying here. Exhale to release the hand and foot. Once again, coming back into your neutral tabletop. Again, shaking it out in any which way that you need to before tucking your toes under, lifting your knees off of the mat and bringing the tailbone towards the sky. First down dog, so maybe you want a little bit of movement, pedaling out the feet, shaking the head yes and no, letting go of any tension in the neck. Space between the shoulders and ears, length through the spine. Maybe a generous bend in the knees, which will allow for more length in the spine for a nice open chest here. Inhaling here, maybe finding a little bit of stillness, and exhaling here. Inhale to shift your weight forward, coming into plank pose, so shoulders and Wrists are aligned. Fingers are spread wide. We're pressing through the palms and knuckles. We're engaging the whole body here. Out through the heels. Again, feeling that belly button go towards the spine. Finding length through the neck. Inhaling here. And exhaling here. Again, inhale to fill up. Exhale to your down dog. Inhale here. Maybe an exhale out through the mouth. Inhale to your plank. Staying here for a couple rounds of breath. Warming up the body. Making little adjustments as you breathe. One more inhale. Exhale to down dog. Inhale in your down dog. And exhale out through the mouth. Slowly walking your feet to the front of the mat. Inhaling to half lift when you get there, so fingers towards shins, lengthening from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Again, core is still engaged here. Noticing if you can open up the chest a bit more, so rolling those shoulders back and down. One more inhale in this half lift, and exhale to fold. We'll stay here for a couple rounds of breath, so if you want to bring your feet a bit wider than hip width distance, again, maybe with a bend in the knees, opposite hand to opposite elbow, swaying from side to side always feels nice. Shaking the head yes, and no, and yes again. Releasing the arms back down towards the ground, feet hip width distance again, again, and then inhale to half lift, exhale to fold. Inhale, arms to the sky, really reaching the arms towards the sky, and exhale to cactus the arms, open up the chest. Always option to bring hands to the low back for a bit more support. But no matter where you are, feeling that core, it can almost feel like you're holding a block between your legs, so your legs are nice and engaged as they're externally rotating. On your next inhale, lifting arms back towards the sky, and exhale to fold forward. Inhale to half lift, exhale to your down dog. Shifting your weight forward, coming into plank. Right hand to the center, finding side plank, lifting the left arm towards the sky. So you can have your feet stacked up on top of each other, feet side by side, maybe the right knee is on the mat. Finding whichever one you're feeling comfortable with right now. Breathing here. And that lift in the hips as well. And then we'll slowly begin to bring the left hand back down to the mat as we bring the left foot forward, coming into a low lunge. So however you need to get there, left foot forward, a low lunge. Blocks are always great for low lunges because then have a little bit more lift so you can, again, find that length through the spine. Whenever you feel like you're hunching over a bit, make some adjustments so you can find as much length as you can. Feeling the inner thighs pressing towards each other. And then again, a little freestyle here. So maybe lengthening through that left leg, toes towards the sky, folding into that lengthened leg, re-bending the knee. It might feel nice to almost create some circles, just really getting a feel for how the hips are feeling today. But a few rounds of breath, lengthening and bending the knee. Creating some circles, and some fluid into that hip. Slowly bending that left knee back onto the mat. Bringing the left foot to meet the right plank. Inhale here. Exhale to slowly lower, keeping the elbows nice and close. Untucking the toes. Inhaling to open up the chest, finding your cobra. Up dog is an option as well. And exhaling to your down dog. A nice inhale in your down dog. And another exhale. Shifting the weight forward, left hand into the center, finding your side plank on this side now. Again, whichever variation of side plank you're feeling. We just want to find lift in the hips. And breathing. A couple more rounds of breath. And we'll slowly release that right hand onto the mat, bringing the right foot forward, finding your low lunge on this side. Again, blocks are great. And we'll freestyle. So bending that right knee, maybe lengthen through the right leg, toes towards the sky if you'd like, some circles around. Maybe noticing the difference from the hips, nice and squared here. And rebending the knee once again. Right foot meets left. Option to go through your vinyasa or straight to down dog. We'll meet in down dog. And we're going to build off of that sequence a little bit. So nice inhale in down dog when you get there. Exhale out through the mouth. Shift your weight forward, coming into plank. Right hand in the center, finding that side plank. Left arm towards the sky. Option to hover the left foot off of the mat, off of the foot. You're hovering that left foot, you're finding lift. Inhaling here, and then seeing if you can maybe bend that left knee towards the chest, using your core to bring that left foot forward, finding your low lunge, making any adjustments, and then inhaling to lift up into your crescent lunge. So crescent lunge, maybe taking a moment to notice the hips, nice bend in that front knee, making any adjustments here to get comfortable. And inhale to really lengthen those hands towards the sky. Exhale to cactus the arms, open up the chest, maybe bringing head and gaze towards the sky. Nice bend in that front knee. Inhaling arms back towards the sky. Exhale to open up, warrior two. Feet perpendicular. Heel to arch alignment. Arms parallel to the ground. Maybe closing the eyes for a moment. Inhaling to find length through the spine. Exhale to maybe sink a bit deeper into the posture. Inhale to lengthen arms to the sky, lengthening through both legs, finding your star. So turning your feet out a bit, and then opening the chest on the inhale. So really lifting the arms up and back, opening up the chest. Inhaling to lift back up. Exhale to find your horse, so bending at the knees, bending at the elbows, sinking deep. Maybe getting a little bit deeper. Finding that breath. Inhaling back to your star, opening up the chest. Exhale to your warrior two. Inhaling here. Exhale to cartwheel the hands onto the mat. Left foot meets the right, down dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Shifting weight forward. Finding your plank. Left hand into the center, rolling to the left foot, right arm towards the sky. Option to hover the right foot off of the mat. Breathing here. And then again, slowly bringing that right knee towards the chest if you can. Maybe making your way right to your low lunge without the use of that right hand. Making any adjustments, lifting up into your crescent lunge on an inhale. Checking in on the hips, nice bend in the front knee. Really reaching the arms towards the sky. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhale to cactus the arms, opening up the chest, maybe bringing head and gaze towards the sky. Breathing here. Inhale, arms back to the sky. Exhale, warrior two. Making any adjustments, maybe noticing that front knee. Sometimes it likes to wobble inward, so really activating that front leg. Gazing over the right fingertips or closing your eyes. Settling in. And on your inhale, finding your star, arms towards the sky, opening up the chest. Exhale to cactus and come into your horse, bending at the knees. Maybe taking your heels off of the mat this time. Breathing. Inhaling to lift those arms back towards the sky, heels on the mat, and exhale to your warrior two once again. Inhale to fill up here. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, down dog. Inhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. My apologies. Again, inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. Shifting your weight forward, right hand to the center, finding that side plank once again. Option to hover the left foot off of the mat. And this time, option to find a wild thing to bring that left foot behind the body as you open the chest towards the sky. If it's not there for you, that is completely fine. Making sure it feels good as you enter into the posture. And then from your wild thing, maybe coming back into that hovering plank, and then using your core to bring that left foot forward, finding your low lunge. This time we'll stay here, bringing both hands inside of the left foot, so finding a runner's lunge. And then a few options here. So we're going to find our lizard. You can keep that back leg lifted, the back knee, or you can lower it down to the ground. You can come down onto your forearms here or onto a block. If you're feeling like you want to stay more active, you can keep the back knee lifted. And then maybe you can bring that left shoulder underneath the thigh and find a bind or a half bind in your lizard. But think length through the spine here. Option. Find which best suits you. Stick with it. You can always kind of transition from one of these variations to the other throughout the next few breaths. Wherever you are, bringing your hands back onto the mat, lifting that back knee off of the mat. Left foot meets the right, down dog. Inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. Shifting the weight forward, left hand into the center. Again, finding your side plank, right arm to the sky, maybe hovering the right foot off of the mat, off of the foot, and then option to find your wild thing on this side, opening up the chest towards the sky. And then slowly making your way back to that hovering plank, using the core to maybe bring that right foot forward. Low lunge, making your way into your lizard, the lizard of your choice. So maybe you just stay on your hands, maybe lowering the back knee, maybe finding that bind. A lot of options. Slowly coming back onto the hands from wherever you are, lifting that back knee off of that. Right foot meets the left, down dog. Inhaling through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. Slowly coming down onto the knees, then shifting your weight to one side of the body just so you can bring your legs out in front of you. We'll make our way onto the back. We'll bring the feet nice and close to the sits bones, about hip-width distance apart. And we'll come into one heart opener. So I'll lead you through bridge, but if you are inclined to try it out, wheel pose, and that's part of your practice. Whatever heart opener you're feeling right now, go for it. But in bridge, feet are nice and close to the sits bones, about hip-width distance apart. We'll start with the whole spine on the mat here. And then on your inhale, lifting up through the hips, keeping the shoulders on the mat here. Your palms are on the mat, fingers are spread wide, and then there's the option to bring your shoulders underneath, interlacing the hands underneath the tailbone. Wherever you are, lift in the hips. Noticing how the posture changes with your breath. One more inhale, releasing your arms from underneath if they're there. And then on your exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly coming down onto the mat. Bringing the soles of the feet to touch as you knock your knees out towards the sky, out towards the side, coming into reclined bound angle. If this posture is kind of intense for you, you can always bring blocks underneath the knees to help alleviate some of that. And then you can bring one hand to the heart, one to the belly. Closing the eyes. Bring it all down. And you can just slowly bring your arms out into a T, or you can extend them out wide. Bringing your knees towards each other, feet about 90 degrees off of the mat. An inhale like this, and an exhale over to the right. So feel free to shimmy at the hips a bit if you need to get them nice and stacked. Want to keep both shoulders on the mat here. And then if it feels good, you can bring your gaze over towards the left fingertips. Slowly inhaling back there and exhaling over to the left. Again, making any adjustments, and then if all feels good, maybe gazing at the right fingertips. Inhaling to center, wrapping your arms around your legs, maybe bringing the forehead towards the knees, tensing up a bit in the toes, the eyelids, fingers, mouth, anywhere. Inhaling to fill up, maybe pausing at the top of the inhale for a moment, just to be in complete stillness. And then exhaling to release into your final relaxation posture. Whatever that looks like for you today. Maybe you want to take up space. Maybe you want to go back into child's pose. Maybe good wherever you land. Back into reclined bound angle. Make any little adjustment or allowing yourself to get heavy. Allowing the whole body to feel completely relaxed, completely at ease. Pinching at the jaw at all and relaxing the mouth, throat. The whole practice is so we can relax. Take your time here. Allow yourself to be completely recharged through this resting. Whenever you're ready to begin the day again, allow yourself to slowly reawaken the body, but there is no rush to that. Leave you here. Thank you for sharing the practice. Namaste.